Good morning, traders. Welcome to this video on the euro dollar and pound dollar. My name is Chris from Elite Currency. Before we hit the markets and take a look at the charts, wanted to let you know if you're interested in getting all of my experience, knowledge for free in a robust course with 70 videos, 20 plus hours, including a lot of education, strategies, indicators, also a full book with 600 pages ebook. And a lot of charts, so you really get bottom up approach from understanding the markets and the charts. So if you're interested in that, feel free to join Key2 Markets through ECS. Open an account like this with this page, and there are a few requirements, but then you will get free access to that. All right, that said, let's take a look now at first of all the euro dollar. So where you see price candles, weekly candles hitting the 610 EMA, respecting that double top there, small one, but ultimately price is going sideways and the HMA is up. To me, a bullish breakout and continuation is likely at this moment, although of course the lows of last week can always be retested this week, but will probably serve as a bouncing spot and area, maybe at 117 or a little bit higher actually, probably 117.50 this time around, I would suspect. And well, price could go to the next fib on a weekly chart. We can put this fib, this now at the 61.8 fib. If there is that breakout, the 78.6 fib could be the main target to keep an eye on here. And let's draw the fib correctly. So that's around 121.50 in the long run. Let's zoom in to the daily chart. And we can see that price has been in a strong upside momentum with basically riding the 21 EMA ever since here, this mid-May, this breakout flag, continuation, and another consolidation box. So if we look at that, you can see momentum, consolidation, momentum, flag. Follow through here is likely. But of course, as this consolidation finished, we touched the 21 EMA. The 20 EMA zone has still a very bullish angle, very far from the long-term moving averages, above the WIS 9. So yes, I think that a bullish continuation is likely due to all these aspects. But when is the main question? We had 3 bullish days in a row. HMA is turning up. It could be soon. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. We can see a triangle pattern well above the long-term moving averages. All of this is very bullish. So A, B, C, D. Is D finished, or could we get an E? That's the main question. Let's take a look at the hourly, and I'll explain what I think. So basically, if this is the wave D here, and this is the wave E here, this could be the first wave up, and this could be a wave 2, and up we go for a wave 3. In that case, the bullish breakout could be soon. In that case, I suspect that the 144 EMA and these WIS levels will be all potential support for a bounce. If price bounces in this zone, anywhere between 118, we can even put a fib from here to here, because in that case, this is once again a wave 1, 2. Waves 2 typically tend to go deep, so it could be a 78 or 88.6 fib or a 61.8 fib would be the most commonly expected bouncing areas for that wave 2. Once again, this being a D, this being an E, and both between D and E, or in D and E, there's an ABC. So that's very possible, and I think there's a good chance that price could make its bounce anywhere between 50 and 88.6 fib for continuation higher and start to make its path up. In that case, first target to think about is 119.20, but really the main target to look at from an intra-week perspective is 120 because of the round level and the minus 161.8 target and the WIS 7 on the 1-hour chart. Now, what if price doesn't bounce there? Let's say we get strong momentum down and there's a flag and it starts breaking that flag to the downside. Well, in that case, this is probably the wave D, and we're going down for wave E with an A, B, C within E. So in that case, I would draw the fib differently, and I would draw it from this bottom to the same top, basically, and we could expect 61, 78, or 88.6 fib of that fib to act support. As I said, around 117.50, 117.25, maybe 117.75. So in that case, let's zoom out to the 4-hour chart. Then we might see a deeper pullback, but all in all, I don't think the structure changes in my view, and there will be a bounce based on this trend line like that and continuation higher. So if it breaks this bottom, of course, then that triangle pattern is invalidated and something else is taking place. But I still think that all in all, even if it were to do that, doesn't seem likely that it still remains bullish. as long as price stays in this zone here in the 144 EMAs. And it could still be a bullish bounce at that spot, but I don't expect that necessarily. It would really require a lot of bearish momentum for me to switch to the bearish kind of point of view. Pound USD. 2 dojis in a row, indicating a range here. HMA is up 2 though, so I think that these are just basically indecision candles, but momentum and trend is up. So looking for a break here higher, and you can see strong momentum. Look at these green SWAT momentum diamonds indicating that. So strong push up. This looks like a range, momentum range. We could expect about the same length of this range to occur. Let's take a look how long that is. I can't see that like that. It is about, very quickly calculated, about 700 pips. 700 pips added to this bottom is about 137. So that is quite a lot of movement that could take place. And the question is, will it happen now, or will it happen after still a deeper pullback into the 20 MA and then bounce? Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. All right, so we have here a triangle pattern 2, ABC, DE completed, or ABC, and then a D, and now we get the E and up. So if it does make a push lower, I would suspect that a bounce could take place, let's see, around 130.50, 130.25 at these deeper fibs. And we might see then wave E completed and then the breakout and push higher as expected. All right, so now the question is, will it happen? Because you can see that here the 20 MA is respected, and now again the 20 MA is respected, but at a higher spot. So it seems like a small channel is being built slowly but surely. So if we put that in context, you can see that like this. So it looks like breakout could happen soon, and that the triangle might be completed. We had 2 breaks below the 20 MA that didn't go anywhere, price finding support and buyers very quickly. So I suspect that actually a breakout is more likely. But if it does push lower, then I would be looking for a bounce. So in both cases it's bullish, just a question of when and where in my view. But I think a breakout is probably a little bit more likely. What I'm looking for, you can see 20 MA being respected. What I'm looking for is price to move up, pull back and continuation here on the 1-hour chart. That would confirm this channel and a continuation higher in my view. The main target to look for, price is at WIS 9 here. WIS 10 basically, or the next WIS level is all the way, the next Fibonacci sequence level is all the way at 135. So that indicates a good zone. The pull, if we take this as a pull, once again is 137. So there's plenty of upside. But on an hourly chart, I would probably be thinking more about 132.25, 132.50 because of the round psychological level. But after that, 135 I think is definitely in play if this is as bullish as I think it is, and it looks so at this moment. Momentum consolidation. So I think for me, 1-hour chart monitoring the break pullback continuation would probably make the most sense, or in a 50-minute chart. If it does break through this zone, then a retracement could take place, but I'm looking for a bounce at support to complete this wave 1, 2, and move up. If by any chance it does go deeper, then the 38, WIS 8, and 144 may remain a strong support zone. And even though price would make a leg lower, I still remain bullish, and I think that that zone as well would be a strong bounce spot and good to look for reversals back up and a continuation of the trend. So whether it's a breakout, a small retracement, or a big retracement, I remain bullish above the 38 and 50 fib support zones. But if I had to choose, I think a 15 or 1-hour break pullback continuation pattern is the most likely today or tomorrow. And yeah, we'll have an update on Wednesday. Once again, think about that free offer to get the SWAT just by opening and verifying and depositing a trading account through our partner broker, through us, Key to Markets, and wish you all good trading. Cheers, bye-bye.